Hello student, how are you all? Myself, Sulochna Das, your history teacher from Adarsh Education Society, welcome you back for the third part of our first chapter, that is Sources of History. Now let us have a quick revise of what we have studied in the previous lecture. We have discussed about written sources. In written sources, we have discussed newspapers and periodicals, maps and drawing. Students, you might have heard about the stories of great leaders from your parents and grandparents, and on the birthday of great leaders like Shivaji Maharaj. You must have heard people singing povadas. Now, what are all these? Yes, my dear student, you all are right. It is oral sources, which you have studied in the lower classes. Now, let us study about the oral sources of modern India. Oral sources means that everything that is not recorded or unwritten but passed on from generation to other generation, means from one generation to other generation through just telling or by just singing them. Now let us have a study about what are included in the oral sources of modern Indian history. The following sources are included in the oral sources of modern Indian history. They are folk song, povada, interviews, narration, folk tale, fair, jalsa, art groups, rhythmic prose, it is also known as OV, and inspirational song. Among these, inspirational song and povadas are the most important oral sources in modern Indian history. During the freedom movement, many inspirational songs were composed which incited the spirit of nationalism in the hearts of the million of Indians and ignited patriotic spirit among the masses. For example, the song of Bande Mataram, written by Bankim Chandra Chatterjee and sung for the first time in 1896 by Ravindranath Tagore. And these songs became the national war cry of the Indian against the mighty British. At present, some of these songs are available in written form, but there are many other unpublished inspirational songs memorized by the freedom fighter. By this we mean that we don't have the record or written sources of many of these songs or which were actually sung by the freedom fighter during the freedom struggle. So my dear student, we can say that through these inspirational songs, we can get information about the condition during the pre-independence period, and also the spirit behind the freedom struggle could be understood. Now let's study about our next topic, that is povada, which I have already mentioned. Now povada is a type of Marathi poetry that emerged during the late 17th century in India. The povadas are a kind of ballad written in an exciting style and narrate the historical event in an inspiring way. It is a source for getting information about a historical events or the work of a person, like the povadas composed on the freedom struggle of 1857 or on the Vellore or bravery of the various revolutionaries like Umaji Nayak, Chapekar brother. You can see the photos in the screen. Now all these povadas used to create motivation and spirit among the people. Okay? Now next, apart from this, many povadas were also composed on the work of Satyasodhak Samaj. Now Satyasodhak Samaj was founded by Mahatma Jyotirao Phule. Now this Samaj created awakening among the oppressed class who has always been treated by the upper class people as the slaves. There were also povadas which were composed on Samyukta Maharashtra movement and other such movements. Now Samyukta Maharashtra movement in Maharashtra was started for the state of Marathi speaking people. They demanded a separate state of Marathis, and that is why the Samyukta Maharashtra movement was started from 1946 onward, that is after the independence, means after India gained independence. Now next we will discuss about the video, audio and audio visual sources. During the modern period, due to the development of technology, there was a development in the arts of photography, recording, films, etc. Obviously, these photographs, records or film can be used as a sources of history. So let's discuss about the photograph first. Now photographs are the visual sources of modern Indian history. With the discovery of the art of photography, photographs of various persons, events, objects, structure, places were clicked. Through these photographs, we get information about the person or an event in a visual format. But in case of medieval period, there are paintings available that depict the physical feature of a person or visual description of a particular event. But the authenticity of these paintings is doubtful. But when we compare this with the photograph, photographs are considered to be more reliable. The photographs of a person gives us information about the physical features, dressing style, etc. So we can say that photograph of an event give a visual image of an event, whereas photograph of an object or a structure helps in understanding its nature. Hence, we can say that photographs are important sources of history as they are more reliable than painting. Now we move on to our next topic, that is recording. The discovery of technique of recording was also an important as photography. Recording is a form of audio source of history. During the modern period, the speeches of great personalities, songs, etc. are available in the form of recording. This recording can be used as an important source of history. For example, the national anthem, that is Jana Gana Mana, sung by Rabindranath Tagore himself. Rabindranath Tagore sung Jana Gana Mana for the first time at the Calcutta session of the Congress in 1911. Let's hear the song.
Jana Gana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya He Bharata Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga.
Speech of Subhash Chandra Bose can be used as an audio source for the study of history of modern India. Subhash Chandra Bose, India's most loved and iconic freedom fighter, known for his rousing motivational speech. Let's hear the speech of Subhash Chandra Bose, which inspired millions of people with his ideas and teaching.
India free. But whether we survive or not, whether we individually live to see India free or not, we are confident that India shall be free. We are confident that Anglo-American terrorism will be wiped out of India. We are confident that the menace that now hangs over East Asia.
Now, our next topic is films. I know all of you love to watch movies or films. So, let's gather some information about film. Film is considered to be an important art form, a source of popular entertainment, and a powerful medium for educating citizens. Films are considered as a unique discovery of modern technology. In 20th century, there was a great development in the technique of filmmaking. And in the year 1913, Dada Sai Phalke led the foundation of Indian film industry. Through the films, we come to know about the events in reality. Means event can be seen in reality. For example, through the recording of Dandi Yatra, Salt Satyagraha, Fit India movement, we come to know what exactly had happened during that time. Now, we come to the conclusion of our lesson. Now, when we compare to the ancient and medieval period, the sources of study of modern Indian history are found in abundance and variety. The archaeological sources of this period are to be a great extent found in a better state. Means when we compare it with ancient and medieval, the archaeological sources of modern period are in a better state. There are many written sources preserved in archives. But while referring the written sources, the ideology and the opinion of the authors regarding the particular event need to be examined. There is a great need of preserving these historical sources through which the rich tradition of history can be handed over to the next generation. It means that it is our duty to actually preserve these historical sources. It is the duty of every citizen that they should preserve the historical sources so that we can hand it over to our next generation. What we can hand it over to next generation means we can hand it over them the rich tradition that we have. The next generation will come to know how much rich tradition we are having. So student, we come to the end of this lesson. I hope you understood the lesson. Thank you and bye.